Bernie Parent is a legend in hockey. What I know about hockey could fit into a thimble. But I do know that Bernie Parent, Who
did he play for?
He played for Philadelphia.
The Flyers.
And whenever he played, they won the Stanley Cup. He won. I think he won a Stanley Cup twice.
Position? What was his position?
What about? Well, Robin, come on.
I don't know. If he's the goalie, then I know what he did.
Bernie, I'm sorry for not knowing everything about, hockey. But, me, I don't even know anything about football or baseball, but I do know you were a great player. What was your position?
Thank you. Good morning. And it's such a pleasure to talk to the king. The king of the king.
Oh, this is an accent. Are we French or
we
French
are French,
Canadian?
French Canadian.
From Montreal.
I see.
Absolutely. And Bertie, the legend goes you were never comfortable with your accent. When you were young and you were a player, you were embarrassed by your accent, right?
At one time I was, but Howard, I'm not anymore. I love it.
Yeah, embrace it. I mean, listen, you're a great player.
I find it charming.
Bernie, are these hockey players today wimps? I mean, I remember the day when you guys would sit on the bench. They'd stitch you up without any kind of painkillers or anything like that.
Oh.
Are a lot of these guys pussies for the way they play now?
Yeah, Howard, you don't say pussy to me at 7 o'clock in the morning. I get all excited.
Hey, we all love pussy. Let's be honest.
Then why is it bad to be one?
I don't know. It's bad to be one. But Bernie, when you were playing, why did all these teams win with you? Why were you so great?
Well, you know what? As you know, Howard, if you want to succeed in life, you have to be surrounded by a good team. You know.
Ain't that the truth, Bernie? Like, for example, I got on the air this morning, and my whole studio stinks from chemical fumes because 5 minutes before my team decided to clean up.
Yeah,
I'm suffocating in here. And you're right. You need a good team around you.
Yeah. You need a good team, and that's that's how you succeed, and that's why we won those two Stanley Cup in 1974, 1975. How about that?
Is that a great feeling to win the Stanley Cup? I would imagine that's unbelievable. Is that the high of your life, winning the Stanley Cup?
Yes, yeah, it is. It is just you know what? When you look at the earth that we live on, and you're the best team that year, and it's a big accomplishment. That's it's something that you dream of, that you hope to accomplish one of these days, and then you turn around one day and wow, you win the Stanley Cup. Is just awesome.
Hey, speaking of pussy, could you get a lot of pussy being a hockey player? I imagine you do, right?
Oh, I still do.
Wow, all right, good for you. I tell you, Bernie, it's fantastic.
Was he? But in that era, like now, hockey players can marry supermodels. Were supermodels hanging around then, Bernie?
Oh, yeah. Once in a while, it's just, hey, remember, in those days, think about this, the most we ever made was about $250,000 a year.
Oh.
But that's in 1973. Now, today, the boys are making 10, 15, 20 million. So it's a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
Do you get jealous of that? I mean, you were every bit as good as these guys. I mean, do you ever sit and go, man, oh, man, I wish I was a young guy playing today?
Well, you know what? Of course, it enters your mind once in a while. But you know what? I'm glad I played in those days when we played. Like you said at the beginning, I remember the rules have changed. The media is different. The media was much easier on us in those days than it is now. Mm-hmm. And the old days, you would spirit somebody on the ice and you got a standing ovation.
Right.
Today you spirit somebody and you get thrown out of the game. So.
Hey, the reason you stopped playing, you got hit with a puck in the eye, right? And it really screwed your whole life up.
Yeah, it was a stick. It was a stick.
A stick caught you. Yeah.
And I, as a matter of fact, Howard, I was because it affected the other eye too at the same time. So I was completely blind for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And that was the most frightening time in my life, that's for sure.
And nowadays, they've improved the eyewear, the helmets and the stuff. Probably today that wouldn't have happened to you, right?
No, of course not, because the old mask used to be mold to your face, and the into the cavity of your eye. So today they have
it's like a plexiglass almost.
Plexiglass, and they made some big improvements with the equipment. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. Oh, man, that's a scary thing when you think you're going to lose your sight. So what happened? So then you quit playing, and hey, so now you're coming out with your story. Bernie Parent, in addition to being a great hockey player, he suffered from having bitch tits, right, Bernie?
Yeah. I did. And, for all those years, you know what? First of all, I live on a boat,
right.
And all those years I never went to the beach because I was really, it really affected me. I didn't like the way I looked for years and years and years.
Yeah, a lot of guys.
An in shape guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was in shape.
Yeah?
I mean, he's a hockey player.
But it's just that I was dealt, with the breast that there's nothing I could do. Work out the water,
Bernie,
couldn't do anything.
Bernie, how old were you when you first started to realize you had breasts?
I was about a year old, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. In other words, they became prominent.
Yes.
And really, what are we dealing with? Is it like a fatty deposit underneath your boobs?
Yeah, and what I'd like to do, Howard, is I got a chance to meet Dr. Davis, who did the procedure on me, and I believe if it's all right with you, could bring Dr. Davis a little bit just to explain the procedure.
Yeah, I will in a minute. Let me first focus on you before we get to Dr. Davis.
Okay.
All right. So your story was. You were this kid, you played hockey, you became a great hockey player, but your whole life you were embarrassed to take your shirt off, especially when you're an athlete. You got to take showers in the locker room and stuff.
Yeah.
And you had these breasts. Now, I've seen pictures of you with your shirt off when you had the breasts, and it wasn't what I'd call that bad. I mean, Benji's got bigger tits than you. He works with me, and so does Jason. Way bigger. But
they came by him naturally.
Yeah, they came by him because they're obese. But I understand what you mean. To be in shape and to have big boobs, it's embarrassing. Now, would the other kids, when, let's say, you were in high school, would they make fun of your boobs?
No, it's you know what? In high school, it wasn't much of an issue. As I got a little bit older, in my 20s, early 20s, then it became an issue.
Would the other players goof on you? They'd say, "Hey, there's Bernie's tits," and blah 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 blah.
No, really, not too often, because we're, although we did joke around quite a bit, but it wasn't much. It was more of outside of the room, as far as the beach was concerned.
Now when you Bernie, you mentioned, you were a married guy for a while. I don't know if you still are, but you had a lot of broads. When you got undressed in front of these gals, when you would bang them, and I imagine there were multiple partners, would they mention that you had titties?
Well, when you have a big dick, they don't concentrate on your boobs,
So you have a big dick.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, thank God you have a big penis. So in other words, women didn't. It was more just a thing in your head.
It was in my head, and also it was as I got a little bit older, then it became more of an issue, and something had to get done. Yeah.
You never had to wear a bra or anything, right?
or strap them down so they didn't wiggle or jiggle.
Like, I mean, when you were playing and stuff, you need support for those things. Robin wears a jogging bra.
Oh, you're the best, man. You know what? Hey, just for a second, I can't wait to go up to New York and shake your hand.
Hey, listen, I'm going to feel you up.
Howard, there are people in life, you want to meet real badly, and you're one of them.
Thank you, Bernie. Same here. And, I have a picture of Bernie's man boobs on howardstern.com. Now, Bernie got help. He went and he met a doctor named Stephen Davis. That's who he's talking about, and that's why he's calling in. This guy does cosmetic plastic surgery. Let me say hi to Stephen real quick.
How did they get together? Because, he wasn't sort of advertising that he had this problem.
Yeah, how'd you find Dr. Davis, and how'd that all go down?
Well, you know what, Dr. Davis, we met him a few times at the Wing Bowl in Philly.
Yeah.
you know, and I don't know if you're aware of what the wing bowl is, you know, and I got to, there's at the Wells Fargo, there's about 22,000 people there, and we had fun and met Dr. Davis, and we started talking about this issue, and then,
That's a funny thing, because you go up to a doctor, you go, hey, man, by the way, I got to tell you, I got some tits. You know what I mean? It's like not an easy thing to bring up, but let me say hi to this guy. Hey, Doc, first of all, how expensive is it to get your man tits removed?
Well, it depends if you're going to do it surgically or non-surgically. Bernie ended up having it done non-surgically.
Is that right?
Yeah. You know, the thing is, we see so many kids that come in with their parents at 14 to 17 years of age, and they really are developing like into like a male, you know, nice-looking guy, and they have these female breasts.
Do you think it's the milk, the antibiotics and stuff?
What's causing this?
What's going on?
You know, it's been around forever, and I'm telling you, I see guys that are in their 40s and 50s, just like Bernie's talking about, and they never did anything about it.
How big was Bernie's cup size? Seriously, was he a B? Was he a C?
Bernie was probably like a nice full B.
Bernie, way to go.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, so many guys don't want to do it because they thought it was going to be something surgical.
Right.
Now that we can do it non-surgical.
What do you do? You suck it out?
We're using something called cool sculpting, and it's a way of freezing the fat. You probably have heard about it somewhere, so you could use it on love handles and other things like that.
I like that.
We started using it on breasts, on guys especially, underneath the arm, around the side, non-surgical.
Nice.
And he had a great result like that.
And what, is the fat flush out of the body?
Yeah, the fat freezes, and then the body kind of does away with it, just like if you were going to be eating a big fatty meal of like French fries or something, and your body had to excrete it that way.
So if Bernie was a B, what is he now? Is he an A or is he?
Oh no, I think he's pretty flat. Like he's like less than that.
No shit, and he's got a big dick too. He tells me. Did you happen, doctor? Did you see that?
No, thank God I didn't have to see that. That's something I didn't have to go.
He didn't drag out the python.
No, let me tell you something.
Listen to Bernie back there.
Bernie Perron in the Philadelphia area is like
He's
one of
God.
the legends. So
I know.
He's got a lot of females all lined up everywhere.
Yeah, Bernie's telling me he had quite a few women. Now, hey, Bernie, you ever have 2 or 3 at once?
Definitely.
Good for you.
What's the highest number you had at one time?
5.
5.
Really?
So that means when you had 5 women, there were 12 breasts in the room. I'm counting.
When Bernie comes into the office, all the women everywhere are attracted from. It doesn't matter where. He's like a magnet. I'm telling you.
Hey,
It's
Bernie, how old are you now?
I'm 69, but
69.
I feel like I'm 50 years old.
And at 69, can you get a 30-year-old girl in bed, or do you have to like age up a little bit?
Yeah, well, 30 is probably the max. I like to go between 25 and 30.
Really?
Oh, max. Yeah. That's his top number, Howard.
But you know what,
Bernie,
Howard,
I got to hang with you. Yeah.
Howard, you know the best part about being over 60?
Go ahead.
There's an unwritten rule that the woman gets on top. That's beautiful thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
After 60, huh?
Tell my wife that. I was working way too hard last night. I almost had a heart attack.
Bernie's been so great about coming out and talking about this, and I really think it's gotten so many people to really come out and talk about this thing that they've had as a problem for so many years.
When did he get the procedure, doctor?
What's that?
When did he get the procedure?
He got the procedure probably about 2 months ago.
Oh, my goodness. So most of his life, Howard.
Yes.
He's been burdened with
this. I love this story. Bernie, I came out about my small penis many years ago, and I get letters from people who say, Howard, thank you. I suffer from this as well. It made me feel better about myself. And you coming out about your big female breast is so great because people now will seek out Dr. Davis and his cosmetic plastic surgery. And by the way, you can go to daviscps.com. And Bernie, thank you for coming out with your story. And thank you for, just talking about this a little bit, making guys feel better about it, okay?
Well, Howard, thank you and your whole staff, and I look forward to meet you one day. I really want
Me too.
To meet you.
It's such a crazy thing. I meet so many women, they got nothing. They're flat-chested. And then you got Bernie.
Bernie's walking around.
Bernie's walking around with a gorgeous set of boobs. But there he is, and now you're on the boat, right, with your shirt off.
Yes, I am. Yes.
God bless. All right, Bernie. And thank you, Doctor.
Thank you so much.
All right, later.
You.
There he
Bye-bye.
is. That
Bye-bye.
is a Baba Booey to you all, and I mean that. Thank you. Bernie Parent, who says he suffered from man boobs.
All of his life.
In fact, at one point, as a promotional event in Philadelphia, they asked him to play hockey in a bikini. I didn't get into that, but...
Stop it. They didn't do that.
They should have. If I'd been the owner, I would have forced them to do it. You know me. Anyway, that's Bernie Parent. Robin.
Yeah, I guess that is a real problem. I didn't know.
All
Lots
right.
of people are struggling with that.